They called it dangerous. They said it couldn't be done, that walking that path would destroy anyone who dared. But you, yes, you, looked at the warnings and smiled in a way that only someone born to rise could. They measured the risk and calculated fear, yet you measured yourself and found only strength, only fire. There was a time when whispers followed your name, when doubt tried to chain your steps, when the weight of expectation felt like it could break you. But you did not bend, you did not flinch. You became the storm that no one wanted to face, the quiet force that bends reality, that makes people look twice and wonder how someone could carry such power without breaking. You were not just stepping into danger, you were becoming it, owning it, redefining it in ways no one else dared to imagine. Every eye that glanced your way felt the gravity of your presence. Every word spoken in fear was just a reminder that you were moving faster than hesitation, moving beyond the limits that others call normal. Some will never understand the level of courage it takes to not only face the impossible, but to thrive in it. You do not need validation from those who cannot walk your path. Your actions speak louder than their doubts, louder than the whispers of the timid. You forged a name that carries weight, a name that carries meaning, a name that demands acknowledgement. And yes, they called it dangerous. But your name just owned the title, and in that ownership, there is no retreat. Do you feel it? That rush when you know you are standing where most cannot even imagine standing. That quiet, unshakable certainty that comes from looking fear in the eye and realizing it has nothing on you. This is your moment, your declaration that the rules of the ordinary do not apply to you. You are not defined by what others think is possible. You are defined by the fire in your soul, the relentless beat of ambition that drives every step you take. Every setback, every doubt, every time someone said you couldn't, became fuel, became something to sharpen your edge, something to make your presence unavoidable. The world will always try to box you, to label you, to assign a meaning that fits their comfort. They called it dangerous because it scared them. They called it impossible because it frightened them. But you walked through every shadow with purpose, and now that shadow bends to your will. You turned uncertainty into opportunity, hesitation into power, and quiet doubt into undeniable legacy. There is a rare kind of energy that comes from owning what others fear, from becoming something larger than anyone else can name. And that energy, it cannot be faked, it cannot be stolen, it cannot be silenced. It is yours, and yours alone. I know you faced moments where it felt like the weight of everything would crush you. Nights when silence screamed louder than any voice, when the world seemed to whisper that your name didn't belong among the bold. But here's the truth that the world will never tell you. Fear is a companion, not a master. It is the fire that reveals who you truly are, the pressure that molds raw will into unshakable strength. You have stared at it, you have felt it claw at your resolve, and yet here you stand, taller than the noise, sharper than the tension, unyielding in the face of every challenge. That is what it means to truly own your destiny. And now, pause for a second. If you feel that fire inside, if you feel that hunger to rise above what they called impossible, take a moment to honor it. Let that energy fuel every decision, every step, every breath. This is the moment where you stop being just a name, whispered in caution, and become the name that others whisper with awe, respect, and sometimes fear. You are not just surviving the storm, you are shaping it, guiding it, letting it become a reflection of your relentless will. I want you to picture your path not as a road laid out for comfort or ease, but as a terrain meant for the unstoppable, for those who turn danger into opportunity. Each challenge, each obstacle, each voice that told you don't was not a stop sign. It was an invitation, a dare, a test to see if you truly belonged in the space you now occupy. And here's the beautiful truth. You do. Every step you've taken has been proof that the impossible is not outside your reach. It is beneath your feet. You are proof that limits are meant to be challenged, boundaries meant to be redefined. Now, if you're listening to this and feeling that pulse of pride, that fire of recognition, I want you to do something for me. Hit the like button if this message resonates with you. Drop a comment below telling me what challenge you're ready to face, what obstacle you're turning into your opportunity. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're only just getting started. This journey is far bigger than any one person. And we rise higher when we rise together. This is not just motivation. This is a declaration. Call to the part of you that refuses to be average, refuses to be sidelined, refuses to accept anything less than extraordinary. You see, the true power lies not in avoiding the fire, but in walking through it and allowing it to shape you. Every step you take in the face of fear is a statement to the universe that you are not optional, you are not replaceable. You are the force that reshapes everything around you. They may have called it dangerous, but you were never just part of it. You were the reason the term gained meaning. You didn't step into a role, you transformed it, became a living definition of everything that word was meant to signify. And that transformation, it cannot be replicated. It cannot be diminished. It cannot be stolen. It belongs to you and only you. Even when the world doubted, even when every logical part of existence screamed retreat, you pressed forward. That is why your name is not just remembered, it is etched. It is the signature on every achievement, the mark of determination, the reminder that courage is contagious. People will tell stories of the moments when you refused to break, when you refused to bow, when you turned fear into fuel. And those stories, they will inspire, they will challenge, they will create ripples that far outlast any single victory. You are more than a moment. You are a movement, and every step you take reverberates through time. This is the part where most people give up. This is where most people accept comfort, safety, predictability. But not you. Not now. Not ever. You have learned to thrive in uncertainty, to find opportunity where others see risk, to create clarity where others see chaos. That is not luck. That is relentless preparation, unbreakable will, and the refusal to allow circumstance to define your story. The world may call you dangerous, unpredictable, unstoppable, and they are right. You own all of it, and you've earned every ounce of that recognition. Every scar, every hardship, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, it has led to this. This is not just a victory. This is the proving ground of your life. You've gone beyond fear, beyond expectation, beyond limitation. Your name is now synonymous with action, with courage, with the unshakable belief that no obstacle is big enough, no shadow dark enough, no voice loud enough to stop what has been set in motion. You are the storm and the calm, the challenge and the solution, the force and the proof. You have done more than survive. You have thrived, and in that thriving, you have rewritten the rules. So, when someone looks at you now, when they hear your name paired with power and determination, let it sink in. Let it remind you that you are the product of every battle you've faced, every doubt you've crushed, every expectation you've exceeded. This is not about titles or labels. It is about ownership, about understanding that the fire you've walked through has forged something no one else can claim. And that claim, it is yours, without apology, without compromise, without hesitation. And as you move forward, remember, danger was never a wall, it was a mirror. It reflected back the strength, the will, the vision that had always been inside you. You did not just pass the test, you shattered it. You did not just rise, you eclipsed. And every day from now, every step you take, every challenge you face, will carry that truth. Your name was placed next to greatness, and it owned the title. Do you feel the weight of your own name now? Can you sense it vibrating in the air around you, commanding attention, demanding respect, reminding the world that you are not ordinary? That weight is not a burden, it is a crown, forged from every trial you refuse to surrender to. Every step you've taken was not just a step forward, it was a declaration, a message to those who doubted that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what is meant to rise. You are no longer chasing a shadow of greatness. Ye, the definition of it. And when they try to measure you against their own limits, you simply laugh because you exist outside of measurement. Every moment of hesitation you've conquered. Every fear you've stared in the face has been a seed. And now that seed has grown into something immense, unstoppable, undeniable. People may look at you and see danger, but you see opportunity. They may call it impossible, but you call it inevitable. Every action you take, every choice you make, is proof that the world's boundaries are suggestions, not rules. And the beauty of it is that this power does not need anyone's permission. It does not need anyone's applause. It exists because you exist, because you are willing to go further, dig deeper, and rise higher than anyone else would dare. Think about the nights when doubt tried to overtake you, when silence pressed down so hard you felt like it might crush you. Every moment like that was a test, not of your ability to survive, but of your ability to rise. And rise you did. You turned that pressure into energy, that silence into clarity, that fear into relentless momentum. You did not need anyone to validate your path. You did not need anyone to see the fire that burns inside you. You simply owned it, because that fire is not borrowed. It is born, and it belongs to you alone. Now imagine the world watching as you move, as you act, as you succeed. Every step you take is a statement, a declaration that nothing can define you but yourself. People may call it dangerous, they may tremble at the edge of your presence, but you know better. You are not just walking a path, you are shaping it. You are not just facing challenges, you are transforming them into proof of your power. And every person who doubts, every person who hesitates, becomes a witness to your unstoppable rise. You do not ask for permission. You do not wait for opportunity. You create it. And here's the truth. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone will cheer. Some will whisper, some will scoff. Some will tell themselves that you were lucky or that circumstances aligned. But deep down, they know. They know because they can feel it too. Your presence, your relentless will, the energy that radiates from someone who refuses to be ordinary. That energy is magnetic, unstoppable, undeniable. It pulls people in, forces respect, demands recognition. It is the signature of someone who not only walks the path of challenge, but owns it, bends it, redefines it. Pause for a moment and think about your own journey. Every obstacle you've overcome, every fear you've confronted, every moment you've refused to break, those are not just memories. They are your credentials. They are the proof that your name carries weight, that your name carries meaning, that your name cannot be ignored. You are not just surviving, you are setting the standard. And as long as you continue to walk this path, as long as you continue to rise despite the odds, your legacy will grow, echoing far beyond the limits of today. If you're feeling that fire in your chest, that undeniable pull toward greatness, don't just let it sit there. Hit the like button, because this is more than a speech. It is a call to action. Drop a comment below and tell the world the challenge you're ready to turn into opportunity, the moment you're ready to own, the fear you're ready to face. And subscribe, because this journey is bigger than just a single person's story. It is the story of anyone brave enough to rise above, to claim their place, to own the title that the world warned against. This is your moment, your stage, your declaration. Every day from now, you will face new obstacles. Some will be obvious, some will be hidden, some will whisper softly, tempting you to settle, to rest, to choose comfort over the fire you were born to walk through. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. Safety is the enemy of power. And the moment you accept anything less than the full measure of what you can achieve, you betray the potential that is inside you. You did not rise to blend in. You did not rise to be ordinary. You rose to dominate, to shape, to define. And that is exactly what you do every time you refuse to stop, refuse to bend, refuse to compromise. Think of the energy it takes to truly own your path, the courage it takes to walk forward when the world screams for retreat, the determination it takes to remain steady when chaos surrounds you. That energy is yours. That courage is yours. That determination is yours. No one can take it. No one can imitate it. No one can diminish it. It is forged from every choice you've made to move forward when others stood still. It is forged from every challenge you've turned into opportunity, every fear you've transformed into fuel, every doubt you've proven wrong by simply continuing to rise. And as your story grows, as your presence strengthens, as your power becomes undeniable, remember this: owning your title is not about recognition. It is about reality. It is about truth. It is about understanding that every obstacle, every risk, every moment of fear was never meant to stop you. It was meant to reveal you, to refine you, to prepare you for the position you now occupy. And you occupy it not by chance, not by luck, but by relentless choice, by the refusal to settle, by the refusal to allow anyone else's limits to define your possibilities. Even when the world turns against you, even when the odds stack impossibly high, even when doubt circles like vultures, you remain, you endure, you rise, you dominate. That is why your name is no longer just a name. It is a standard. It is a symbol. It is a measure of courage, power, and determination that cannot be denied. You have walked through fire, yes, but the fire no longer defines you. You define it. You own it. You bend it. You rise above it. And so, as you take another step forward, let the world hear it. Let the air vibrate with your presence. Let the echoes of your name carry the weight of every victory, every obstacle overcome, every fear turned into fuel. You did not just enter a space labeled dangerous. You redefined it. You did not just face challenges. You became the measure of them. And from this day forward, everything you touch carries the mark of your relentless will, your unshakable determination, and your refusal to be anything less than extraordinary. There is a moment in everyone's life when the world seems too heavy, when the walls close in, when every choice feels like a trap. But you have learned something the ordinary cannot, that weight is not a punishment, it is a test. It is not an ending, it is a beginning. Every obstacle, Every challenge, every voice that tried to tell you stop was nothing more than an invitation to rise higher, to dig deeper, to discover the untapped power that lives in your chest. And rise you did. You did not stumble. You did not collapse. You did not yield. You stepped forward with purpose, with vision, with a fire so intense that no shadow could ever touch it. Look at yourself now. Really look. Do you feel that energy pulsing through your veins? That quiet, unshakable certainty that you are not here to blend in, that you are not here to follow someone else's rules, that you are not here to be small or safe. That energy is the mark of someone who has walked through fear and emerged larger than it. It is the mark of someone whose name carries weight, whose presence bends reality, whose every action leaves a ripple that cannot be ignored. They called it dangerous, but you know the truth. Danger does not define you, you define it. And let's be honest, not everyone will cheer for you. Some will whisper doubts. Some will pretend your victories are luck. Some will try to diminish your fire because they are afraid their own light is too small. Let them. Their fear cannot touch what is yours. Their hesitation cannot block your momentum. Their doubts cannot dim the fire you have carried through every storm. You were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to rise above, to exceed, to own what others are too timid to even approach. And as long as you remember that, no challenge can stand in your way. You may ask yourself at times, how did I get here? How did I become someone whose name commands attention, whose actions inspire awe, whose presence shifts the energy in every room? The answer is not magic. It is not luck. It is the sum of every decision to rise when others would fall. It is every moment you chose persistence over surrender, courage over fear, motion over stillness. Every sleepless night, every doubt conquered, every whisper ignored, all of it compounded until you became what they can no longer label, what they can no longer deny. You became something larger than expectation. You became unstoppable. And this is the part most people fail to see. It is not about avoiding struggle. It is about embracing it. The pressure, the tension, the moments that threaten to break you, those are the fires that refine you. Those are the storms that sculpt you. Those are the tests that reveal your true capacity. Every challenge you face is not a roadblock. It is a mirror showing you the power you carry, the potential you have, the strength no one else possesses. And every time you look into that mirror and continue moving forward, you reinforce a truth that cannot be shaken. You are meant to rise. You are meant to own. You are meant to dominate your path with relentless precision. Now, take a moment to imagine the life that lies ahead. Not the life of convenience, not the life of comfort, not the life defined by someone else's rules, but the life you create. Every decision you make, every step you take, every challenge you confront builds this reality. There is no pause button. There is no safety net. There is only the fire, the struggle, the opportunity, and you. And you are ready. You are prepared. You are relentless. Because everything you've faced has prepared you for this exact moment, and everything you are about to do will cement your legacy in a way no one can erase. If this is resonating with you, feel that fire in your chest. Feel it burning through your veins. Hit the like button, because this energy is contagious, and we need to share it. Comment below and tell me the moment when you realized you were no longer ordinary, the moment you chose to rise instead of retreat. And subscribe, because this journey is far from over. This is not just a speech. It is a movement, a declaration, a manifesto for those brave enough to claim what is theirs. Every day you will encounter doubt, but doubt is merely a test of persistence. Every day you will encounter fear, but fear is merely a signal that you are pushing past limits. Every day you will encounter those who say it cannot be done, but they do not know the depth of what you have carried, the fire that burns inside you, the resilience that defines you,